Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Israel Brief with me, Rolene Marks, here at Israel Brief Central in boiling hot Modi'in. And as always, the Israel Brief is brought to you courtesy of Lay of the Land. And we bring you those top stories making headlines every Monday to Thursday. So let's look at the top stories, and shortly after we finished yesterday's broadcast, news broke of a terror attack in the West Bank town of Ma'ale Adumim. A Palestinian terrorist from a nearby town, 20 years old, opened fire in a burger joint, seriously injuring one and moderately injuring 5 others. The victims were taken to nearby hospitals and the terrorist was neutralized by a border police guard. Now, earlier today, the emergency services released a statement saying that the seriously injured person is in stable condition and at least one person has been released from hospital as their conditions improve. Now, earlier today as well, the IDF reported a shooting in the Jordan Valley. A woman, 31 years old, was lightly injured by shrapnel and glass as her windscreen shattered, and a manhunt is currently underway for the shooter responsible. It is believed that France could be mediating between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon. Hezbollah, as many of you know, is a proxy of the Iranian terror regime. Now, this comes at a time when the tensions on the border with Lebanon are significantly hotter. Hezbollah's leader Hassan al-Nasrallah, from his bunker somewhere in southern Lebanon, has said that he is watching the divisions in Israel and will dine on the corpse of Israel as it self-destructs. Well, the IDF have said that they are ready for any challenge regarding Hezbollah, and it comes at a time just after or just several weeks after Hezbollah erected 2 tents on Iranian sovereign territory. One tent has been dismantled. Now, the question that many are asking themselves in Israel, especially in the media, is have the police been heavy-handed when it comes to dealing with protesters who are against the proposed judicial reforms? Now, the leader of a specific unit and 4 other of his officers were taken in for questioning by the Justice Ministry's Internal Investigations Division. There have been significant tensions building in the police force with regards to how they deal with protesters. Many have been accused of using physical force, sometimes kicking protesters, pulling their hair and holding them in chokeholds. Now, this comes at a time when the National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir clashes with some of the leadership in the police force. Kobi Shabtai, the police commissioner for Israel, has said that he will not serve longer than his term, which comes to an end in January, saying that he cannot in good conscience serve under some of the orders that are given. Just last month, the Tel Aviv police commissioner Ami Eshed resigned before being fired by Ben-Gvir for not using strong enough force. Now, this is a situation that the Israeli media are following closely and are holding any police who are heavy-handed responsible. Meanwhile, 54 police volunteers have asked for their volunteer service to be paused. They say they're doing this in protest of the proposed judicial reforms. And at least 10 other volunteer police officers have been fired for using their platforms to comment politically. And finally, because you know we love a good news story, Amazon Web Services have said they intend on investing at least $7 billion in Israel building a cloud infrastructure. I have no idea what that is, but technical people will certainly appreciate that. They are hoping to invest at least $7 billion by the year 2037. And this will be a great relief, especially at a time when investments in the tech sector are running low as a result of uncomfortable or instability as a result of the proposed judicial reforms. And of course, this will provide many jobs for many Israelis. And that brings me to the end of today's edition of the Israel Brief. Don't forget to follow our website online at www.layoftheland.online. If you fancy yourself a writer, please be in touch with us via our website. We allow for all kinds of different opinions. So if you disagree with any of the content that has been published, hey, why don't you send us an article of your own? We really encourage young writers and writers who want some exposure to be in touch with us. Our Facebook community is at Lottel's site. A little bit of confusion from the hot air and also the whiskey tasting I participated in last night. But yeah, you can find us at Lottel's site. Like us, follow us, share our content. Our YouTube channel is at the Israel Brief. You guys know what to do. If you like our content, click on that subscribe button, and we're on Twitter at Lay of the Land 5. I'm Rolene Marks for the Israel Brief. I'll catch you again tomorrow.